So we're going to do 5-4, adding polynomials. To start off with, it's going to look a whole lot like something we've already done, okay? Except we're using the term polynomial. Not to kind of throw you off, it's just so what it really is. And, we just build up the things. We tell you a little bit at a time. We just keep making and revealing the rules of math as we go, right? So first of all, you've already done this thing. Back in the day, we used to call it simplify and evaluate algebraic expressions, okay? And in fact, we did this one in class, and this is something I actually do in 7th grade, okay? Here's your algebraic expression, and it's a big miss, and we called it combining like terms. And one thing you must do, and you get in the habit of doing, is you take the sign with the actual number and making it an integer. So I'm going to grab, we're going to go from the highest exponent on the variable on down. So I'm going to grab these two together, okay? So I have minus 4x squared plus 2x2. If I put together, I get minus 2x squared, okay? That makes sense, right? And now I need to grab my x's. We've done this, so I'm going to grab this guy, minus 2x, minus 4x, and minus 15x. Remember, you're taking the sign with the actual term in this case, minus 2x, minus 4x, and minus 15x. You put them all together, it's minus 21x, all right? And the last one is you're grabbing the numbers, plus 3, plus 5, plus 11, and minus 15, right? Plus 3, plus 5, plus 11, minus, the last one's minus 15, okay? And what did we get? We put this together. This would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, this would be plus 4. So then we write this, and we've already done degrees of polynomials and how to write these. You do the highest one first, minus 2x squared, minus 21x, plus 4. Seems pretty simple, okay? Just to make sure I showed you the right way, boom, there's the answer. And we did this. Like I said, we're touching something already done. It's going to look a little different now. It's going to look like this, okay? Don't be alarmed. You just want to make sure you're putting the right guy with the right guy, all right? It's a nice way of saying we're lining these up correctly. Let's take number 2, for instance. That says 4x squared minus 7x plus 3. And I'm going to line these up correctly. So the next one's going to be 2x squared, right? Plus 2x minus 7, okay? I'm going to drop a line. Now, you can't combine these as you're doing this, like you didn't last time. You can't do it, right? So we just put the groups together. 4 plus 2 is 6x squared. Minus 7 plus 2 is minus 5x. Minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4. This would be your answer, okay? Does that make sense? So for these problems, you have to write them out like this. You just can't do them in your head. You have to write them out, and then you circle your answer beneath them, all right? In order to get credit. Otherwise, I'm not going to give you credit for it. You're doing it wrong, according to me, right? If we look at some other, you can do these. These are not going to be really hard. I can grab something that maybe looks a little confusing. Let's grab this one. And I'm grabbing 11. I'm probably going to make you do the evens. But let's look at number 11. It's minus 4t squared minus 8t plus 96. Okay? And look where we're putting it. It's going to say 30t squared minus 102. We don't have the middle one. Okay? If it confuses you, my advice is just put, I don't have anything. I could put 0t. Look at that. I ain't got to worry about it no more. Minus 102. Okay? This is where we did all the work on integers ever since 6th grade to make sure you can just look at this and 102 minus 96 would be minus 6, right? You should be able to do that at this age, right? The minus 8t, you'll just bring it down because you're adding nothing to it. The last one's 30 minus 4 equals 26t squared. That would be your answer for that, okay? Once again, you should be well enough with your integers to know how to do this at this point, okay? Look at some of the more advanced ones. They just get bigger. You're just getting extra letters in here, but it's the same concept. Now, when you do something like this, you want to start with the alphabetical orders, generally how we do this, right? I'm going to grab that first one. Let me grab this one because this looks really wonky, all right? I'm going to make it, so alphabetical order, W, X, Y, and Z. So W would come before X, okay? So if I grab my first one, I make it 23 W squared X squared. And then I step down from the W. It's a W2, W squared. I'm just going to the W. It makes that 3WX. And the last one's plus 7. Now look at this one. You're just going to line that up. So it's a negative in front. It does that. That's an implied -1. You should know that. W2 X squared, all right? Minus 4WX minus 8. Let's drop our line across that. And shaboom, right? 23 minus 1 is 22 W squared X squared. Minus 4, and this is plus 3. It's a minus 1 WX minus 8 plus 7 minus 1. That would be your answer, okay? Right? So when you're going through these things, you just make sure you're lining them up. You should be okay, right? So we'll try one more, and then it's up to you, okay? I'm going to do 24 for you. And obviously, I'm helping you out because this evens will probably be for homework. I'm going to write this up, how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to go 7a squared c, right? And then I'm going to go plus 2ac. And I don't have anything else, but I know I'm going to use other things. But let me line up my a squared. This would be this guy. So I'm going to put minus 4a squared c, right? And the next one would be AC, which would be this one, plus 4AC. And look at this last one, AC squared. I don't have anything for it, but I got to put him on the end, okay? I can put 0 AC squared if it makes me feel better, but this would be minus 1 AC squared. That's an implied 1 if it's not there, right? If it makes you understand it better, do it, okay? And then we're just going to put these together. 7 minus 4 is 3a squared c. 4 plus 2 is 6ac. And the last one's just end up being minus ac squared. You can keep the 1 if you want, but it's not needed, right? So hopefully this makes a lot of sense. Oh, that is a bad underline. Hopefully this makes a lot of sense, and you can get through this. And you're only going to do, there's a lot of work in this, so you're only going to do half of these problems, all right? Great.